A very good Monday morning to everyone out there. Happy Independence Week. Landon here with you to bring you your latest weather and odd forecast courtesy of Ohio Valley Insurance. Folks, today is going to be absolutely immaculate and wonderful. We got a cold front that passed through here that brought us those rain chances yesterday. But you'll keep your eyes to our north, and we've got this area of high pressure. It's going to be turning in a northerly wind component throughout the entirety of today. We're talking about loads of sunshine. Highs this afternoon, folks, is going to be some 10 to 15 degrees cooler than average for this time of year. We also get dew points that are going to be lowering as the day progresses. Today is the day to get out there and enjoy it, folks, before we get a return of the oppressive heat and humidity. And unfortunately, it looks like a very active pattern will be kicking right back off as we roll into Independence Day. Let's get a look there across the region, shall we? Sexton Benbetter Skycam overlooking the rolling farmland down in Gold City. Beautiful view to start out the day. Not a single cloud in the sky. Same can be said overlooking the Beach Street News Skycam, slightly off to the north and west from Morgantown, home of the Green River Catfish Festival. All kinds of bustling activities going on up in that direction throughout the course of this week. Get a look at these readings, folks. We have not seen readings this low in quite some time. Dew points are all the way down between the mid and upper 50s region-wide. Temperatures holding right around the 60-degree mark. We're going to be holding highs for some of us, where we're not going to be getting out of the 70s this afternoon. Upper 70s, lower 80s will be the name of the weather game. But again, folks, you better soak it in. You better enjoy it, because as we roll into Tuesday and Wednesday, the heat and humidity will be making a quick, albeit unfortunate, return. Taking a look here at the latest surface map, you can see all of this wad of garbage located over the Midwest, stretching westward over into the northern plains. We've got these deepening low pressure systems that are going to be pushing east as the week wears on. That's going to be bringing an associated cold front along with it. And as we get into Independence Day on into Friday and into the weekend, we're going to be looking at the more widespread chances of showers and storms coming along with that as well. All right, so let's jump over here and let's take a look at the latest surface map and what exactly is going to be unfolding for us. Today is the day, folks. I'm going to be getting outside myself, probably a couple of rounds of disc golf, and northerly wind with the northerly wind component is going to be steadily bringing the dew points down as we work throughout the day. Just how far? We'll take a look. We got those dew points right around the 60-degree mark this morning. By the time we roll into lunchtime, we're going to be all the way down into the lower 50s. But wait, there's more. As we work throughout the afternoon, look at these dew points dipping all the way down into the low and mid 40s throughout this evening and throughout the overnight. And again, folks, soak it in, because that humidity is going to be returning as we get a little bit later into the day on Tuesday. All right, so let's break it down. We'll get back here with high pressure meandering off east of the region. That's going to take those northerly winds away, and that's going to help turn winds back out of the south now. We're located on the west side of that area of high pressure, low pressure with counterclockwise flow up here in Canada. The southerly flow making that unfortunate return. Highs are going to be right back up between the low and mid 90s, folks, starting tomorrow. Mid and upper 90s on Wednesday, as you can see here, with high pressure setting up shop, really kicking up that southwesterly flow. And then, folks, here we are getting into Independence Day, and look at the blossoming of these showers and storms. Some of these could become strong, even marginally severe. We could be looking at some damaging winds, maybe an instance or two of large hail, very similar to what we've looked at here regarding the active pattern that we've been experiencing. All right, we've had these brushes come through here with these storms blowing up. We had it yesterday. Excessive downpours coming along with that as well. And then, folks, this will be continuing. Here we are working throughout our Thursday afternoon of Independence Day. Here we are getting into the evening and throughout the overnight with fireworks shows that are planned across the region. Not an ideal forecast, folks. Any of you with outdoor plans, Independence Day on into Friday, you want to have a contingency plan, a backup indoor plan just in case, all right? Because take a look at what's going to unfold. This is a surface map as we get into our Thursday afternoon on into our Thursday night. We got this deep southerly flow. Our atmosphere is going to be jam-packed with moisture. The cold front will be the triggering mechanism for the lift that is needed. We're going to have instability. We're going to have very weak shear that will result in those very efficient rain producers for those of us that get in on these downpours, all right? So this continues throughout Independence Day evening. Here we are getting into our Friday. It's the same song and dance. And then, folks, the question mark is the weekend. This particular model wants to bring the cold front south and east of the region. But with that being said, a few of our model members are still keeping shower and storm chances in the forecast during the afternoon and evening hours of the peak heating on Saturday, all right? On into our Sunday as well, there remains question marks, as you can see here. And then rolling on into the early days of next week, we're right back into the summer-like pattern. We're going to have the pop-up storm chances each and every afternoon, very high to very sultry in the great outdoors. Not going to be fun out there, folks, getting back into more of a typical summer-like pattern. And again, you've heard me say it numerous times throughout the video, get out there and enjoy today. It's going to feel more like a mid-spring day, nice and cool out there for you to enjoy. This is a look at the precipitable water values, folks, and as we work throughout today on into tonight, look at those things just become depleted here across the region. It's going to feel immaculate, but very quickly, folks, here we are working into Tuesday morning, into Tuesday afternoon, here we are getting into Wednesday, and then on into Independence Day and beyond, folks, these precipitable water values at or exceeding 2 inches. It's fairly substantial to have that much moisture jam-packed in the atmosphere. We've been seeing that a lot here recently with the typical summer air mass of that heat and humidity. Be aware of some very efficient rain producers Independence Day on into our Friday as well. I will openly admit, folks, for the weekend to follow, there's still numerous question marks with just how many little waves of energy are going to be trying to make it through here, all right? But as previously mentioned, folks, we are going to be watching Wednesday into Thursday, or excuse me, Wednesday afternoon and evening with a few pop-up storms. They could become strong to marginally severe. Same throughout our Independence Day as well. Damaging straight line winds, maybe an instance or two of large hail. Very, very efficient rain producers, localized flooding cannot be rolled out to come along with this, all right? Total rainfall amounts for us, it's showing a ½ inch up to an inch over the next week. Folks, we could very easily achieve quite a bit more than that, all right? I wanted to showcase this before we brought up yesterday because take a look. We had the wind or the rain showers that moved through here yesterday, and it dumped over an inch of rainfall across the entirety of Wobbles. Allen County was just a shade underneath an inch, a shade underneath a ½ inch over here in Barron County. But right here through the central and southern tier of Wobbles, everyone was at or exceeded an inch of total rainfall. So despite what this shows over the course of the next week, it needs to be taken with a grain of salt. Those mesoscale features could result in more abundant rainfall on the cusp of 1 or even 2+ inches before this active pattern is all said and done. Folks, we have got an extraordinarily active tropical season that's already kicking off. We've got Major Hurricane Beryl that is bringing impacts to Barbados this morning. It is of Cat 4 strength as we speak. I believe so. I might be mistaken. It might have increased up to a Cat 5. But regardless, it is a major hurricane. It's going to be continuing to track over towards the Yucatan Peninsula, up towards Cancun and Belize, and then pulling off into the Gulf of Mexico by Saturday. We'll need to keep very close eyes on that one to see if it was to bow up, bringing any remnants up near our neck of the woods if it's able to extend its longevity. Jumping over here and give you the full breakdown, take a look at the next 5-day weather forecast. Here's the breakdown for you. Today is the day. Upper 70s to lower 80s, dew points down to the 40s. Get out there and drink it in. It always goes down smooth. The heat and humidity make a rampant return. Tuesday into Wednesday, low to mid 90s tomorrow, mid and upper 90s. Heat indices up to 105 degrees Wednesday afternoon. That'll fuel those pop-up storm chances. And then they will become more numerous and widespread throughout our Independence Day on into Friday. which will hold highs anywhere around the upper 80s to lower 90s region-wide. Friends, that'll do it for your Monday morning, July 1st edition of your Weather Night Forecast presented by Ohio Valley Insurance. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Have a blessed